Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to day 9 of the traffic challenge. And today we have super awesome training for you guys. I know so many were excited about this one because I'm going to bring on a special guest that's going to show you how to get traffic with Instagram. Now, this is with a completely faceless account. And here's the thing that blew my mind, okay? She only has about 1,500 followers on Instagram, and she's done 6 figures. Okay. And she's only been doing this for 8 months. Now, she does have some business background, like some sales things, and she'll talk about that. But it just blew me away because people are always trying to get viral views and tons of followers. And I always tell people, like, you don't need that. You just got to know how to convert. But what's impressive is, like, she's been able to do it with a faceless account. So if you're excited about that, type in faceless down below in the comments. Okay. That being said, let me show you real quick. I'm going to bring her on in just a second. I'm going to introduce her. But real quick, guys, I want to show you, if you haven't done anything yet with the traffic challenge, or where you can go for day number 9. Okay. So I'm going to show my screen real quick. So inside of the 72-hour Facebook group, you'll see this is the group right here. We have 30,000 members in here, all going through the traffic challenge. But if you go down, I just posted day number 9. So the goal here is for you to post your content, whether it's a faceless account or a regular account. Just go inside of here and paste your videos. So like you'll see, yesterday was day number 8. 470 people have already pasted their videos, right? So the goal is, if you notice, I post here and you go and add your video, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, and you'll notice, here's an example. Edgar's here. He posted his video. Congrats to you, man. I've seen you've been posting every single day, so I appreciate you being consistent. But he's posting right away, and then everyone goes and comments, supports, and all that good stuff. So make sure to do that, guys. That's all inside of the 72-hour challenge Facebook group. All the posts are in there. And if you forget to post, make sure to go back and catch up on some of those days. Okay. All right. So that being said, I want to introduce the guest. Again, like I said, she's done over 6 figures in the last 8 months with a faceless account. Okay. With only 1,500 followers. I'm so excited for this, guys. Real quick, let me know where you're watching from, and let's introduce the guest. So her name is Brittnie Storm. What's up, Brittnie?
Hey. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so stoked to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on and teaching my audience. I know this is so many people always ask me, like, can I do this faceless? Because I know you're new to me, and we just kind of met like a couple weeks ago for this challenge. Yep. But I teach my students affiliate marketing, right? I teach them to build their email list. Like, those are the two. Well, the biggest thing I teach my students is building their email list. And a lot of them are like, well, I don't want to show my face. And I was actually the same way. So I totally get where they're coming from. And I don't have really a faceless account. So it's like, I can't teach them. I mean, I can teach them what I know, but like, it's different when someone's actually doing it. So really excited that you're coming in here, and just tell us a little bit about you, Brittnie. Like, I know you've been doing this for 8 months, but you also have some business background as well. So tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to touch on something too. With a faceless account, it can seem intimidating. It can seem like, where do you even begin? But it's really the same essence of having a face forward account. It's the same messaging. It's the same storytelling. It's the same way you make sales. It's just connecting with them. So my background is, I started my photography business about 10 years ago. So when I started, I jumped on Facebook and was like, I know I have to market myself. I know there's a lot out here. And then I jumped into a network marketing company, and I learned a lot about sales through that, and mindset, but just how to convert and talk to people and get people to listen to you. So my background after that, with photography and network marketing combined, I've built a couple 6- and 7-figure businesses through photography. And we actually built like mobile apps for direct selling companies with photography, product photography, that people could utilize. So I have the visuals and I have the way to connect. And that's just kind of what I've gotten over the years. And with IG, with Instagram, it's all visual. It's more of that, like you're drawing people in, and it's more of a, that's why I think I thrive there, because it's visual and I'm a photographer. So branding and visuals matter to me like nothing else. So I definitely think once you have that nailed down and have a vision in mind, you can, sky's the limit from there.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you're really about, it's really about like the aesthetics, right? Like,
yeah,
it has to look good, which is interesting because I feel like a lot of my stuff isn't like that, you know. So I'm like, so I need to learn some of this. Like,
and it's
I
not
rely
as complicated as you might think.
yeah, for sure, for sure. And maybe, you know, since I'm having you on, I could have you even audit my account. It's not a Faceless account, but you know, like for me, I think I just depend on like my copywriting skills and like you know, the pain points there. So so I bet you if I go to like, if I start changing my stuff to have more of a brand, like aesthetic type feel, I think I could really do well. But
oh yeah, you would skyrocket.
yeah, so I'll have you do that for me if you have some time. So I'm excited for that. All right, Brittnie. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and I just want to say hi to a few of the people here. Looks like we got a lot of people on, and we're going live, multiple locations, guys. We have someone from Kenya. I think it's Elisar. We have Brian Mills from Toronto. We have Felicia from Tennessee. We have Eric from Ohio. What's up, my man? Let me see here. We got Jenny from South Carolina, Ricky from Quebec. So many here. So many are here to see you, Brittnie, and they're really excited about this training. So I just, let's get started. Let's do this thing. So
let's get into it.
If you have a slides, we can go ahead and throw those up and get started.
All right, let me get my screen here.
And I'm not sure if you use StreamYard, but if you hit present, and then you should be able to share screen. Or
perfect.
Let me know when you get that up. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
All right. Yep. All good.
Hey, awesome. So let's see. Can I go full screen here?
Should be able to. Yep.
Okay.
Looks
all
good.
right. So Faceless Instagram, let's talk about it. As you know, I only have about 1,500 followers. And what I love to explain to people is at the end of the day, it doesn't matter your following count or any of that. It's about the end goal, and it's about who you're talking to. So when I'm posting, I'm always sharing like basically to an earlier version of myself, because I want to find someone just like me who wants to run at this business the same way I do. So I'm always in the back of my own head, just kind of, you know, going through like, who am I talking to? And at the end of the day, my goal is to drive them to my website and put them on my email list. So that is really how I have scaled to 6 figures. It's not just from posting videos and hoping and having a strategy. It's a lot of driving that traffic to my website. So really all of my social media platforms, I see those as an extension of my website. My goal at the end of the day is to get their email address either in my DMs or on my website and convert them into sales and be able to nurture that lead. So really for me, Faceless has been the way to go, because I actually took a break from posting a lot online. Like I said, I was in a network marketing company for years, but when I was posting online, it can get to be a lot. If you're pouring into this every day, it can be really overwhelming. And for me, when I took a few years off, because I made a lot on this, my income was a lot behind the scenes and I didn't have to show my face to make my income. And I fell in love with that. So I was like, there's got to be a way that I can kind of connect these two things. And that's when Faceless marketing really started to start growing and people started to talk about it. And I was like, this is 100% the route I want to take, because I don't want to have to be like dancing in videos. I don't really want to, like, I love to write. I don't love so much to tell a story verbally. I will in the DMs, like, voice note people and talk with them one-on-one. But for me, at the end of the day, it comes down to being able to, just share my story and write something. So for me, Instagram, the visuals along with my copywriting has really been what has allowed me to skyrocket my business. So as I mentioned, I'm Brittnie and I am a mom of 3 girls. I'm retiring photographer because I'm actually selling my studio right now and getting rid of all my props and things. I have done that for 10 years and it provided an amazing income for my family, but I've decided that I really want to focus solely online because this is where I thrive and I love being behind the scenes and not having to show my face all of the time. So I'm a digital creator and owner of multiple businesses, and this one is my pride and joy. Like I said, I started this in August, and in my first 3 months, I think it was, I made about 8K. And then the next 6 months, I skyrocketed that to over 100K in profit. So it's been going amazing, and Faceless has been an absolute game changer. So let's talk about some of the perks of Faceless marketing. So for one, your privacy. You don't have to worry about being recognized in public or having to share your identity. And a lot of times what I see on Instagram specifically is people kind of posting income or how they're doing or how they're making sales. And it's funny because I don't really share a lot of that, and I've still had a ton of success. So for me, I'll share maybe a sale here or there, but I'm not saying like, hey, I made 20K this month. The other day, I actually posted for the first time in a really long time that, these are what I've made every month. And I had someone even comment and say, you're the silent goat, because we don't know that you're making such amazing amounts of money and you're doing it all faceless and you're not having to show your face. And I don't know about you, but if that sounds like a dream, go ahead and put it in the comments, because it was an absolute dream before I started this business to not have to create video after video after video showcasing my own face and being able to be aesthetically pleasing, because that was the one thing I struggled with. I can kind of be a little wishy-washy on what my branding looks like. So for me, this was a way I could like zone in and like stick to one game plan and grow from there. So of course there's a lot less pressure, right? Like who doesn't want to be able to post and not have to worry about what you look like? Like I don't have to get dressed up like this every day. I can literally just share, videos that are pre-made and just put my own copywriting over top of it. And it's allowing me to connect with people all the time. One thing I will say too is your videos don't have to have a ton of engagement. What really, really matters is that you're connecting with people one way or another. So maybe that's in the DMs. Like for me, people are messaging me all the time. It's so funny. Like sometimes I'll post something and it looks like I have 0 likes, 0 comments, and I don't care. I keep posting and keep showing up. And I have so many more messages in the DMs than I do online. So that's where I thrive though. I want to connect with people. I want them to understand like, hey, I'm here for you. And I'm not just another person you're going to scroll by. Like I'm here to connect with you. I'm here to help you. And I want to help whatever route you want to take and help you create this business. So don't worry about being perfect all the time, looking perfect, having to show up and do all this crazy stuff. Like you are what makes it special. And that connection that you can make with someone is way, way, way more and way better than anything you can imagine. So connecting one-on-one is the way to go. One other thing is you don't have to worry about, like I said, the videos, like creating them, making them look professional and have the right lighting and make sure, you look presentable or whatever. You're just in this and you don't have to feel judged because nobody knows it's you unless you want them to. So that's a huge part of this. So here is my Instagram, and a huge part of when someone comes to your profile or when someone sees you on Instagram, your bio means the world. Like if you don't have this put together, people don't know who you're helping, people don't know what you stand for, and people don't know how you're different than anyone else. So this is how I set up my bio and how I would encourage you all. I don't know if you all are familiar with IG. Tell me where you're at. Are you a beginner? Are you wanting to start an account? Let us know in the comments where you're at in your IG journey. But for sure, if you've already started and you don't have this done, optimize your bio, because it's the most important part. A lot of times people won't, maybe they'll click into your reel and they're like, this sounds a little interesting. I'm going to go check this person out. And they'll see this is like basically the main thing they're going to come to your profile and look at. So make sure it's just like any other business, any other social platform you start, make sure that this is optimized. So in that first line, you want to say who you help and how. And then the second line is kind of like your I help statement if you have one of those. But I am a blank who helps blank, who wants to blank. I share my knowledge using blank. So for me, I am a digital marketer who helps entrepreneurs who want to start a digital business, and I share my knowledge using digital products. So if you can't fit all of that, obviously you can kind of narrow it down. So mine is teaching you how to make money from anywhere, because that's the jam. And then the third line is kind of like your brag moment. So what have you done or plan to do? So before I was a six-figure earner, I couldn't say I was a six-figure earner. So when I was first starting, I just said I was a manifest a millionaire. Like that's the goal. I want to be a millionaire. I want to create wealth for my family, build a legacy. And so for a long time I had that. And that's just another way to connect with people, is to kind of show them what you're about, or that you have a big dream. There's so many people out there that have a big dream and they want to connect with you. So already, whatever you're putting there, if you don't have a brag moment just yet, you can say like, I've, one-on-one mentoring, or any of those little things that you can do to make it more personal and show them how you can help them. Whatever you can put there as a brag moment, or anything you've done in a previous career, you can add into that as well. And then always, always, always have a call to action. So make sure, like for me, it's DM me ready 1, 2, 3 to start. And I actually use ManyChat, and I have optimized funnels within ManyChat. So when people message me, they're getting put through a system. And then if they want to chat one-on-one, they can. Sometimes people message me or DM me without using that phrase or any of the other phrases that I use. And then I will voice note them and just get really personal right away. So that's just one more way to connect with your audience. All right, so give me some likes in the comments if we are enjoying this. When I first started, really, like Jonathan said, having your brand is like just pulling everything together. And the biggest part of this is you want people to recognize you right off the bat. You don't want to look like any other account. You want to make sure that people know that it's your content. So finding your branding aesthetic is the main part of this. So, and it doesn't have to be that complicated. When you're in this, let me exit out of this for 1 second. I'm going to show you guys here whenever you have, let's say, an image. So you can, when I'm in Canva, I pretty much create everything in Canva. So when you are in Canva, you can make an image less transparent, so you can kind of give it a different feel. So for me, if I'm trying to make something lighter and have that lighter effect, I'll have a light background color and kind of bring that transparency down. And you can do this with any color. So if you're wanting to have like a bomb color like this orange, right? You can see how that just changes everything. And then your fonts that you overlay will add to that. So you can kind of play around. This is how I make things like darker or lighter. And this is just kind of a little hack that I like to use for branding, because it helps bring, no matter what video you're using from like a content bank, it helps bring that branding all together. So this is amazing. Figure out if you want like a light brand or a dark brand. I've played around with this a little bit and kind of change it up as I go. I'll talk about ManyChat here soon, Stephanie. I see your comment. So here on the branding, just kind of figure out what fonts you want and stick to it. So for a long time, I did these fonts here, which were kind of more of the outliney font. And then I switched it up and I did a light, because I was kind of doing like an A/B test. I was like, do people like the lighter? Do people like the darker? And I found for my accounts, a lot of people liked the darker effect. So I kept with that, and you'll see that in my content now. So I stick with the dark, and then I add in some colors here and there. But for the most part, it's all very, very simple and straightforward. It's all the same. So stick to one font. You want it to be legible. Stick to your colors that you want. And then at the end of the day, your tone of voice and your story are what is going to set your brand apart more than anything else. Okay, so keep that in mind, and choose those wisely, because it can make a huge difference. All right, next up is my favorite content banks. So let's see, who are we tagging in IG today? Brittnie, or you can tag either one is great, whichever you would like. So my favorite content banks are Social Stocks, Lux Stocks, and Soul Set Club, as well as Content Cove, Hot Stock. All of these are paid content banks, but they're like $30 some a month. And for me, that's an amazing amount of content. There's thousands of videos, so I can pick and choose. Like here you can see, you can type in like laptop and you can find all people that are working on laptops. You can, on most of these, they're searchable and you can find the content that you like. So even if you're using a content bank, you can still find the content that really resonates with you and what you want to share. Now, as we're getting into summer, I'm going a little bit more of that beachy theme because I do think a lot of people travel in the summers and people want to, get out there and do something different. So sometimes seasonally, I'll switch it up a little bit into my content as well. Always sticking with my branding, but keeping that content like similar. So people are like, oh yeah, there's more tropical stuff. Like I know that's Brittnie or Digital Resale Masters. So, hopefully they'll engage and comment and like. But if you don't want to invest in a content bank, you can check out Etsy. There's tons and tons of, you can type in Faceless Reels and you will see thousands of reels pop up. So you can find the aesthetic that you like. And that's what I love about this is you can just make this so simple because you can just pick and choose what you like and just add to it. And then all of a sudden your entire feed looks aesthetic because it's your style. It's what you like. And it's what's going to draw people in. So stick to that.
Brittnie,
Right.
I'm sorry, real quick on the content bank. If you can go back real quick, is that, and just so we're clear, is that where you get all your background,
all
like
of my
your
videos?
B-roll? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Got it. Cool.
So people create that for me. I don't create any of my own B-roll. Like I'd rather pay someone $30 a month, have access to thousands of videos. And yeah, that's all just done for you. And you can just search what you want and find what you like. And you don't have to worry about even creating content. So
that's
if
amazing.
you would rather pay $30 than, go out in your backyard and try to take a B-roll video and have 10 videos a day, what I do is I actually bulk edit everything. So I'll download like 100 videos at a time, add them to a document in Canva, and then I create my content like 100 days at a time or 100 videos at a time.
Incredible.
Yeah. I'm a master machine worker with batching everything I can because then it only takes a little bit of time each day to just make the post. So set aside one day. I can get so much done one day, like working maybe 12 hours. And then the rest of the time, everything's done for me. And all I have to do is hit post.
So cool. So cool.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're enjoying this, type in a 1 below. Type in a 1 below in the comments. Awesome. All right.
Awesome. Yeah. So with Instagram, like we said, it's a very visually, captivating platform. So you need to have high quality photos and videos. Now, I will say just using that transparency, no matter what video you take, if you throw that into Canva and you bring that transparency down and you put maybe a black or a light cream background, it's automatically gonna bring your video to another level. So try that out when you are creating videos because it's going to transform anything you create and keep within that same vibe. So if you are a B-roll creator that wants to go out and like take videos of the sky or like take videos of your kids playing or whatever the case may be, you can absolutely do that. And you could create a ton of content in one day doing that. And then to keep them all really similar is just use that transparency, bring it down a little bit and give that color or that feeling to all of your videos. So this platform, knowing your audience is huge. So there's 2.4 billion users projected for Instagram in 2024. And it is the 18 to 34 is where you're going to see a lot more of that content, which is why I think the visually appealing thing is so important. So after that, 35 to 44, you still have that, but it might be a little bit harder to get that engagement. So knowing your audience is key because the trendy stuff is what is going to set you apart. So while trending isn't like super important, like I said, because you can see how I've built my business without having to have tons of followers and everything, but staying on trend and knowing what's popular is going to keep you relevant within the Instagram algorithm. So you need to keep that rolling too. So of course, influencer following is huge on Instagram. So the more that you can like engage and build trust with your audience and become that influencer, whether faceless or not, is going to set you apart. And then there's tons of studies that show that people who hang out on Instagram have more of a disposable income and are more likely to purchase. So that's huge. If you're looking for people that are, really just ready to buy, Instagram is that place. It really is the place to find and connect with people who are pretty much ready to buy and maybe doing a little searching to figure out like who to buy from. So keep that in mind because that's a huge way that you can scale to 6 figures, obviously, just by knowing who your audience is. Okay, so Instagram checklist, I'm not going to go through all of this, but if you want to screenshot this, feel free. You can, set up your account. It's very important. I kind of talked about that a little bit. Having keywords. So Instagram is very, very much a SEO platform. So what that means is when you're searching like Google and you're looking up digital marketing, people come to Instagram to do that. So they don't always use Google, and they come to Instagram and they'll search for what they're looking for. So it's really important that within your post, within your reels, within everything you have, your bio, everywhere you can, that you put in those types of keywords that people will be searching for your niche. So keep relevant in everything you post. And you'll see a lot of people on Instagram that use keywords and hashtags. And it's very, very important that you do that as well. Now, when you're posting, a lot of this is going to happen. Not only should you be posting maybe 2 to 3 reels or posts or carousels a day, but you also need to have a good mix of everything. So you need to have some posts and some carousels and some reels, because actually carousels with a lot of writing can get people to stop in their scroll and say, okay, this person knows how to educate on this. And they'll scroll through the carousel and be like, it's just building more engagement for them. So Instagram very much they favor engagement. So the more that you can get someone to stop their scroll and engage with what you are doing, the better chances of you going viral and reaching a larger amount of people and building up your audience. So really just be posting, and sharing as much as you can with a mix. And then after about a month, you can start to see like, what is performing really well for me? Are my carousels doing really well, or are people loving these reels? What is it that you are seeing the most results from? Because on Instagram, you can view it. If you set up, as I say here, as a business or a creator account, then you can see all of the insights from the platform, and you can see what's performing and what is not. So you can start to really just focus in on your audience and what they want from you. So for me, I have 3 content pillars. I am always posting either motivation or inspiration, education, and then promotion. So I'm always going through one of those. So with motivation, inspiration, I'm sharing my story. I'm sharing ways that people can, do this themselves and how they can build a business and things of that nature. With education, obviously, I'm sharing them like tips and tricks, or how to have better email marketing, or how to be better on Instagram, or how to share on Pinterest. I'm huge on Pinterest as well, but that's another story for another day. So with this, you just want to have 3 content pillars, because it only takes one little drop in the bucket that people will see some of your content, and then they want to jump in and find out more about you. So 3 main content pillars you can choose from: inspiration, stories, education, entertainment, whatever feels right to you. I've seen a lot too that do really well on the controversial. I'm not personally a very controversial person, so I kind of like shy away from that. But I will say a lot of people that have said like, this is a scam, I've seen do really well. So controversial stuff can do well as well. If you like to have that kind of interaction with your audience, take that and run as well. So people want to know who you serve, what you offer, and why. At the end of the day, that's the 3-3-3 strategy. They just want to know those things with those 3 content pillars and sell that transformation. What can you do for them? That's what people want to know. How can you help me? Okay. Everybody nowadays, there's so much on everybody's plate. And if you can tell them like, hey, I'm going to help you with this, they're like, wow, let me jump in with you. So always at the end of the day, know who you're trying to talk to. What is your end goal? So like I said, for me, mine is to capture their email address, because I too believe email marketing is huge. So I'm trying to get them into my bubble, and then I want them to kind of understand like more about me, more what I have to offer, how I can help them. And on IG, it's a very like fast-paced platform. So you're scrolling. It's hard to set yourself apart. So for me, I want to do that with my other messaging within emails and get people to stay connected to me and know what I'm about. So have a way to capture your leads, have a freebie or a lead magnet, and then try and get their email somehow. So for me, I use ManyChat, and I will talk about that in one of these slides as well, but let's get into it. For the tools that I use, so I kind of talked a little bit about Canva. I don't even build my videos in the Instagram app. So that's one thing that I do all of my work in Canva. And I'll tell you how I kind of get around that, because I've heard some controversy about like, is that good or is that not? Should I be using IG to build everything or not? And what I do is I create all of my reels, and then I use the Boards app, which I have on here as well. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it is a keyboard that you can put into your phone and you can save auto responses. So I actually have an entire board called SEO and keywords that I've done research on, and hashtags. And I have these all laid out with tons of hashtags, tons of keywords, tons of like SEO type things. And I have a bunch of them like all set up for me. So whenever I go and put my reel in, I will go find my trending audio that I want to use. We'll talk about that here shortly too. And then I will take I will add a text on the screen. And all I do is put in all of my hashtags, keywords, everything like that. And then I slide it off the screen. So that's telling Instagram, like you're trying to market to these people, right? Like you're touching on all these different topics, and that's what's in my reel, but it's actually off the screen. So it still registers to Instagram that it's there, but it doesn't actually show on the screen. So that's kind of a little hidden keyword thing that I like to do. And I have tons of these set up. So if I'm talking about education of Pinterest, let's say, and I'm talking all about it, I'll have specific keywords and things that I know people are looking for about Pinterest so that I will come up. And this is how you get found in the explore page. And this is how you get found in like the reels, like for you page, if you want to call it that. So kind of keep those in mind. You don't have to build your reels in Instagram. You can use Canva to batch all of your content and then just use those keywords and hashtags, slide them off the screen, and it's still going to tell Facebook or Instagram that you want to talk about these things. Okay. So it's going to know where to put your content. And that's so much about an algorithm, is they're just trying to understand, where do I put this content? Okay, so next up is Trello, and sometimes I'll plan out my content through Trello, if you've heard of it, but you can basically attach your reel, attach your captions, attach your trending audio. So if you want to go week by week and know exactly how you're posting and just kind of have a better layout than just winging it, you can use that type of a platform to put everything together. And then ManyChat. So this is my favorite, and I'm actually just incorporating this. So I'm excited to see what happens to my business in the next few months, because now I'm going to have everything automated. So when people DM me, they're going to get put into an entire funnel, if you will, where it's like, hey, this is Digi the bot, and what do you need help with? Do you want to check out my freebie? Do you want to check out this course that I sell? Do you want to check out this? So it's going to be really cool. And I'm excited to see where it goes, because all that people have to do is either comment that keyword like ready 1, 2, 3, or they can comment roadmap 1, 2, 3. And all of a sudden they're going to get an auto response, and they're going to get put through this entire funnel where I'll capture their email, and it's all hooked up to my platform, and it's amazing. So ManyChat, if you need some info on that, I'm your girl. I can help you with that as well. Okay, so any questions, drop them in the comments and I will get to them here shortly. But consistency is key, okay, guys? When you post regularly, the content that you upload gets pushed to the new or trending pages, and that is how you find new people, okay? You want them interacting. Like I said, you want them to stop their scrolls. And these are my top 3 ways that I am going to skyrocket my business, and how you can too. So batch your content, know your strategy ahead of plan, because that matters. Schedule all of your posts, and then use those Instagram analytics. And what I always like to tell people, if you're just getting into Instagram, like, don't overcomplicate this. You have so much content you have posted on Facebook. Why are you not repurposing that? Why are you not taking that and putting it on Instagram? All you have to do is download that video you want, put in some hashtags and keywords, and you already have your copy written out, and emails or blog posts or Facebook. Just take those and transform them into IG, because people, it's the same. No matter what platform you're on, people want to connect with you. They want to hear about you, and you have so much content ready to go. Just take what you're doing and move it to IG as well. All right. This is the most important part, because curiosity, ... right? Like, all of a sudden we're like, okay, you piqued my interest. What are we doing here? So Instagram is so much of an engagement platform. They want you there, they want you interacting, and they want people to stop their scroll. So make sure that you are trying to think about who you're talking to. So like I said earlier, I'm talking to an earlier version of myself when I post. I want to find people who want to connect with me, who are just like me, who are in a similar business as me and maybe need help or want digital products for their business. Whatever the case may be, when I'm scrolling on IG, I'm always like, okay, is this stopping me? Because if so, I'm going to save that and I'm going to use it for later. So I have many different collections. You can make a collection within IG. So when you're scrolling, you can hit save and you can create collections. So I have a collection for education, a collection for inspiration, a collection for promotional type things. So if it stopped my scroll, I'm putting that in there, and then I'm going to go try and recreate that later and take that idea because it stopped me in my scroll, and I'm going to recreate that and make it stop others as well. So keep that in mind. The save feature is huge. I use that so often. So you can also kind of screenshot, like if you're on another platform like TikTok or Facebook, and you see someone that's doing really well or has a ton of engagement on a post, chances are if you can take that and make it your own, of course, and put it on a different platform, it's going to do well there as well. So just make it yours and save the things that are inspiring to you. I work so much off of inspiration. I'm like, hey, that was an amazing post. Like, it stopped me. It's obviously going to stop somebody else. So keep that in mind and utilize that when you are, building your curiosity. If it piques your interest, it's going to pique someone else's. All right. This is how to set up your captions. So we call this the triple hook method. This is like the secret sauce. Okay, guys, this is the most important part. Creating your captions. You need to have 3 hooks. So write hook in the comments so I know you guys are engaging here, and let me know if you have heard of this method or not. But the triple hook method is, 1, you want to create that curiosity. So the very first thing you're posting, that like your reels might be missing this, people are like, oh crap, okay, like I gotta engage here and figure out what she's talking about. And then the headline number 2 is the second hook. So you need to do this if you want your reels to gain traction. And you're like, okay, I'm still engaged, I'm still listening here. And then hook number 3 at the bottom here, you can see, really is to use either a video that is like visually stimulating, or something that kind of like changes scenes, something that it could also be someone just like kind of sitting at a computer and not really moving. And you're like, what are they doing? So it's something that's going to pique your interest. So when you're scrolling through content and you're trying to figure out what to post, think of that too. Is it visually stimulating to you? Because if so, it'll be visually stimulating to someone else. And then, of course, your connection. So you want to have within your caption and what you're writing, you want to make people stop their scroll, and then you want to connect with them somehow. Okay, so you want them to either engage with you to grow your following, or maybe you want them to comment, or maybe you want them to like or save. Whatever that is, that connection should be one of the top things, because people like to be told what to do. So the more you can say, like, follow me, but first, make sure you're doing this, like, people will listen. So the more you can put that in there, the better you will be. The next part is the educate and motivate, right? So keeping it simple, there's a lot of like spacing, right? Because people don't really like to read a paragraph. We're engaged here, but you could lose us any second. You have about 2 seconds to grab somebody's attention. So keep that in mind. If you could scroll past it, someone else will too. So share your tips and your tricks and use emojis to kind of help break that up. So obviously I could have wrote that in a paragraph, but it's going to be more engaging to use those emojis. And then the next part is the call to action. What do you want them to do? What is your goal here? Okay. So for me, it's, once again, this is all about growing my following for this post. I want people that want to learn about faceless marketing, want to learn about reels and how to utilize them better. I want them to follow me so that we can engage together. So that is obviously one of the most important parts, is your call to action, because if you aren't encouraging people to like, comment, share, save, follow, they're not going to do it. Then the next part is your hashtags and SEO. So increase your discoverability, and that you can look up, we'll talk about here soon, how to find those keywords and things of that nature. Okay, so after this is kind of priming everything. So bringing it all together. After you post, you want to make sure that you are interacting with yourself. You should be liking, commenting, saving, even sharing it. If you have another account or a husband or a spouse or anyone that you can share to, or maybe a best friend or a business partner, whatever, the more that you can interact with that post right away, it's going to start to tell Instagram like, hey, this might be a popular post. We might want to push this out. So the more that you can engage with your own posts, the more that, other people will see that too, because monkey see, monkey do. So if you're the first to like, comment, share, save, all of that, the more people see, oh, this already has a couple comments. Let me go check out what that is. That's going to keep people engaged on your page. So after you post, make sure you're, sharing all of that. And a lot of times I'll switch to my personal account and I will go to my business account and like, comment, and save and share, and just kind of create that more engagement. So the more that you can do that, the better. After you post, make sure you go back and reply to all of the comments on any of your previous posts or any of your previous videos, because once again, it's just going to kind of give your followers a little notification like, hey, so-and-so commented on your post. You might want to go check out what they're doing, right? So keep them engaged. And then when you go back to a previous reel that you posted, swipe to the left and you'll see a plus sign where you can share a comment into your stories. So a lot of times I'll go to one of my previous videos that somebody commented on, like this one said info. You can swipe that comment to the left and click on the plus, and then you can add it to your stories. So it's just bringing old content back into that like relevance here, so that it's not like dead, right? You don't want to just post and then never have anything happen with that reel again. You want to be sharing it to your stories. So you should really share it to your stories after, and then you should go back and share some older content as well, and just kind of keep that in your wheelhouse here. I also, like I said, cross post. So everything I post on Instagram gets posted to Facebook and gets posted to Pinterest. So there's a way that, if I'm making content, it's going to all of my platforms. I'm trying to do that once and post it multiple places, so that way it creates engagement on multiple different platforms. So that's a big reason why I have been able to grow as well. So make sure you have accounts that are connected so you can grow that. And then make sure you time your post. So that's kind of going back to the Instagram like analytics. And after, if you're just starting, don't worry about this too much. Posting is more important than anything. It doesn't really matter at the beginning if people are really interacting or not. Just try posting every day at the same exact time and see how those go. Maybe people are more engaged on Tuesdays at 11. Maybe people are more engaged on Fridays at 5. You can start to see. So just stay very consistent for a week and post 2 to 3 times a day at those same times every day and see how they do. And then from there, you can start to adjust. Like maybe you don't need to post 3 every day because you know that people aren't engaging at 3 and at 8, but they're engaging at 8 a.m. So I'm going to do that. So just kind of use those analytics to help grow your account and find those people. All right, maximizing your visibility. So this is huge if you're wanting to get discovered by more people, and that's what the goal is, right? So using trending audio. So I kind of have a screenshot here so you can see, but right here, there's 38 videos that are trending with this one sound, okay? And it's under 1,000 uses, which is ideal because that's gonna keep trending. More people are gonna start finding it and using it. And this was last night. I probably could look that audio up and it's probably gaining even more traction since then. But you're looking for the little arrow when you're in your reels. And if you click at the bottom, you can click on the arrow with the audio, and then it will pop open and you can save the audio or use the audio. I just save it and I have a whole list of trending audios that I'm going to use. This is going to help you. So if people are using this trending audio, it's going to start to show, like if they liked a video with that trending audio, you'll see other videos as you scroll down, right, with that trending audio. So the chances of you coming up in somebody's feed with that same audio is huge. So it's just a way to reach more people, and it's one of the main ways. Hashtags are the same way. Make sure you do not use a hashtag that is shadow banned, and you can check at metahashtags.com and search for those banned hashtags so you can know like which ones not to use. Like digital marketing and like MRR and things of that nature are actually not good. So check them out and you'll see there's a lot. When something starts to go viral, sometimes it gets banned or taken off because sometimes those scam accounts come up and Instagram's trying to do their best to like manage that. So try to find a way around it. You can also say like marketing digital or, kind of flip it backwards. And then you can use up to 30. And I do suggest using as many as you can, as much as your caption allows. Okay, next is hiding keywords. And I kind of talked about this in my reels, right? So you can put your reels and make your video and then have in your boards app, have all these keywords and SEO saved so you can swipe them off the screen. And then similarly, you want to post at least 3 to 5 really good keywords in your caption as well. And or you can comment with those keywords, and that way Instagram will know what you're trying to get across. All right. So once again, these are just ways that you're going to stay noticeable on the platform, where it's going to push out your content to more of these accounts. Okay. So you have your feed and your explore pages, and that is how you're going to come up. Okay. That's how you're going to be found by people, is using that type of information. All right. So we're getting close to the end here. When you're just starting, you want to make sure you're following other larger accounts in your niche, and pay attention to what hashtags and content and things of that nature that they are posting and getting the most engagement on, and try to recreate that in your own way so that more people will, be able to find you within that same niche. Okay. So do some market research. Like, here's a little video. You can just go to the search bar and type in Instagram growth, and you'll see all of this information here, all these different posts, and you can just click on one that you found right here, and then look at that caption. Look at all of those hashtags that they are using, and look exactly how they've laid out the post. Okay. So you can save all of those hashtags. If you're on a desktop, you can actually copy and paste. So I will copy all of those hashtags, put them into my boards app, and use those for when I'm going to talk about Instagram growth. And that's just another way that you can get pushed out there to your audience. All right. So when you're doing your magnetic messaging, right, you want to pique their curiosity, develop a connection, and share that feeling that you want them to have by connecting with you. So you want to kind of always maintain a little mystery, which is great for faceless accounts because you're not really showing yourself. So you're keeping them wanting more, to learn more about you. And in my stories, I share so much more about my life, my day, things that I'm doing, my business, testimonials of people, things of that nature. So my stories are where I connect with people, and you should be posting those a lot. So when you wave, right, you're just kind of saying like, hey, if you're staying relevant in your stories, you're just saying to people like, hey, you remember me? I'm still here. Check me out. So stay active in your stories. That's the way that you're, waving to everybody, you're getting their engagement, and you're staying relevant to them. Then the next thing is you really want to try and get a handshake with them, and that is through comments. So as soon as someone can comment and start building a little relationship with you, nurture that as much as you can. Go to their profile and comment and engage with their content. And the more that you can go back and forth with each other, the better friends you'll start to be, and hopefully get a hug from them where you can get that DM. So when people DM me, I always try to get back to them with a voice note or a voice memo, because they know then, hey, this is my voice. I'm a real human. I have a real connection. Like, let's talk about what I can help you with, things of that nature. It's just helping you with a faceless account. I feel like that's kind of key, because otherwise people just don't even know who they're talking to whatsoever. When you can put a voice behind somebody, at least you have an idea of what they sound like and can create your own picture of them in your head. So if you're not sharing any of your own information at all, voice notes are huge. It's going to create that real human connection. And then, of course, hopefully you're getting their email address and being able to nurture that relationship through your email campaigns and things of that nature, and hopefully getting a customer. All right. So ManyChat, I'll talk a little bit about this. I know I kind of mentioned it. It's my secret weapon that moving forward, I'm going to be utilizing a lot, because it's going to save me so much time. But it's really just a platform that enables you to message people through chatbots. So if somebody comments, like I said, ready 1, 2, 3, they're going to be sent a direct message and be put through an automated process where I can capture their email, I can capture everything about them, and I can send them my freebie right there if they want to learn more about how to start a digital marketing business. I'm going to send them that information and give them a great starting place. So this is amazing because everything's done for you. So if you like the automated life like I do, this is huge and awesome, because everything's just seamless. You can integrate it with, Zapier. You can connect it to whatever platform. I use System.io, but you can use whatever platform you would like and connect those, everything together. So when someone puts in their email, it's going to send it to my system and they're going to be put into an email campaign right away. So that's just another way that I'm gaining more and more leads from Instagram is, like I said, it's an extension of my website. I'm trying to get people there. Okay, so at the end of the day, followers do not equal sales. The goal is to drive traffic to your website, be authentic, and show, whether you show your face or not, it's your story that people want to hear. So stay authentic to you, okay? It doesn't matter if you show your face or not. And there is a few different ways that you can do a faceless account. And right now I'm actually going to start transitioning into kind of more of the hybrid faceless because I want to start to show my face a little bit more. I've been doing this for 9 months. I'm ready to step out of the box a little bit. I feel really content with the content I've produced, but I feel like I want to kind of step in and share a little bit about myself. And I did that one day through Instagram highlights, and I have a start here with more information about me and my life. And I had a lot of really good response from that. So it's kind of me testing to see if I wanted to go into this route. But you can definitely do more of a, hybrid account if you want. So you can share a little bit of your face like in your stories, but you don't have to be posting it on your reels and things on your feed. So kind of keep that in mind. I'm going to be transitioning tiny bit into that because like I said, I'm ready for that next thing. I'm just like feeling more push to it. And that's what's great is you can grow at your own pace. And this has been 9 months in the making, almost a year coming up in August. So like I'm ready to start connecting with people. But there's a lot of faceless pages that have a lot of success with even just like memes and quotes. So don't underestimate the power of even just having like really entertaining or really motivating quotes. If you have some like super funny memes, you can still make a business out of that on Instagram and not have to show your face, and then post a lot in your stories to gain that connection with people. And the more you do that, just the better it's going to be. So that is, I think, let me look. That's everything, guys. So I've scaled Digital Resale Masters to a 6-figure business by reselling products that I didn't even have to create. And I teach entrepreneurs how to do the same. So my mission is to share that you don't have to hustle. That's why, like I said, a lot of times I'm like 10-hour workday and I have my content ready for the entire month. And then I'm working just to post here and there. So you can have, create stunning, high quality professional products and earn a massive income without ever having to show your face.
So awesome. This was so in depth. I love that, Brittnie. That was so cool.
Yes.
You actually got to kind of motivated me to create like a faceless account. So I was like, let me see what I can do there. But this is so good. I mean, it's going to help a lot of people. What's cool is like, like you said, you can start with the faceless account, and as you gain like confidence, it's like, what, I can go and actually make videos of myself or whatever. Right. But the goal is to like step out and start creating content, whatever it is. But at least we have what you just taught here is like the framework of how to do that. So super cool. I just wanted to kind of touch on a few things, if that's okay with you. And then if you have some time, we can do some Q&A. So sounds good?
Sounds great.
All right. So you mentioned a few things, and I just wanted to mention that we can actually help with a lot of those things, guys. She mentioned ManyChat, which is basically it's an automated, it like sends automated comments and replies and DMs. So our software actually does that. I'm not sure if you knew that, Brittnie, but let me show you guys as well. So we used to use ManyChat as well, but we kind of switch to this is Funnel Freedom. So as you can see, when people reply something, we could go ahead and send DMs and comments and all that stuff. You also mentioned the planner. I think you said Trello. Our software actually does that as well. So if you guys are already a user, you guys can go connect your Instagram accounts here, Facebook, and you can basically schedule out all your posts. And if you guys need help with that, like step by step, we actually have that, those trainings here. So just want to mention that for anyone using our software, this is just an added bonus, right? And we show you how to do that, all that good stuff. So just wanted to mention that real quick, Brittnie, since I know you mentioned
that's so cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Like I said, I just heard about you. Same way you heard about me a couple weeks ago. And I've been like trying to see what you all have going on. So I'll definitely check out your software because that sounds amazing. All in one is my dream. Like that's the thing that I want.
What do you, are you using ManyChat for a funnel builder?
No, just mainly the auto responses. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of a funnel, right? Like if they say yes or no, it sends them to a specific route that they want to go. But no, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, I don't think they have that. So that's all. It's because you had mentioned the funnel, but you meant like,
kind of
like the DM funnel, right? Yeah.
Yes. DM funnel. Yep.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, if you guys have any questions for Brittnie, go ahead and drop them down below. But yeah, I mean, while we're waiting for those to come in, I don't know if you have, I see some right there. Let's see. Okay, here's one from Holly. It's a good one right here. Can you see that one?
I use Zappy Chat, so I'm not. Jonathan has an amazing platform that you guys can check out. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm doing all of those tips on a non-faceless account. What if I'm not seeing growth or low views in my stories? So make sure you're utilizing the keywords, the hashtags, the trending audio. If you're doing all of that, make sure your bio is still optimized. And really, the stories are what sells. So sharing to your stories, staying really active is what's going to help you get pushed out. And I know for me, when I share, I'm not getting a lot of engagement. So if you're not seeing growth, try and switch up the strategy that you're using. So if you're doing a lot of education on a certain thing, maybe try and add in a different content pillar like entertainment or something of that nature and just see how that engages. And it might be that you're talking to too many people because you really need to narrow down and narrow in on who you are talking to and what your niche is. Because if you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. So make sure that you're doing all of that as well.
Awesome. Okay. Let me see here. Let's see. How do you manage DMs?
Yeah, so I do voice notes a lot. And then obviously I have the automated system where if people are DMing me, but a lot of times I will just start with, if they ask me a question, I'm replying with a voice note and I'm saying, hey, thanks for reaching out. I'm so happy to help you with this. What is it that where are you at in your journey? Are you just starting? Are you looking to, grow your account? Are you looking to scale your account? Like, what is it that you're trying to do and how can I help you? And kind of having a base understanding of, give me a little insight about you. What's your background? What are you looking for? How can I help you? And because I am a jack of all trades, like I could help anyone from anywhere. So it's like, really just give me a starting point and then I will meet you there and let's grow from that. So staying really active with them, you can do that through text too, but I just find voice notes works so much more especially as a faceless account because you give them that connection that they're looking for.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. I think a lot of people don't spend the time to DM people. And especially if you're starting out, like, I mean, you got to put in the work there because when you actually because people want to be heard and they want to be spoken to, right? So even me, like I get like hundreds of DMs and, I still try my best to voice note and, help people as much as I can, and I still continue to do that. And I think that helps so much because especially if you're just starting out, because it's like, you're taking the time to actually connect with people and help them with their problems,
Yep.
Love that.
For sure.
Cool. Let me see. Lots of questions. Just pick one out. I'll throw them in there.
Okay. What's my IG is Digital Resell Masters.
Awesome. Can I show it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So that's it right there, guys. Digital Resell Masters. Again, the thing that really impressed me was like this right here. I was like, 6 figures with 1,500 followers.
I know. Yeah. The secret is in the stories. It's in the DMs. It's like, it's in the connection that you can make. So it doesn't really matter your following. And I've always said that from the beginning. Like, I mean, I started this account like anyone else. It's literally about connecting with people. That's all that you're trying to do.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's see here. I don't know. Go ahead and
so hooded affiliate. My profile pic was originally created to be hooded. So it is very female centric, but what's so cool is like you have so much at your fingertips to grow. So jump on like Etsy and grab some of those. I mean, it depends on what route you want to go. There's a lot of really high end males that are out there in like luxury cars and creating a luxury lifestyle. So you can still use those videos and post it. So if you want to kind of be less female centric, of course, then use those stock videos. You can find a lot on Etsy. So check there. And there's lots of men working. There's, like I said, that luxury lifestyle. If that's the way you want to kind of present your brand, just find what works for you. And even if it's female centric right now, that's kind of cool because there's men that are on Instagram. You can see it from the audience if you look it up. But there's a lot of males on that platform as well. So the more that you can even be the first to do it, right? Like get out there and be seen, the better it's going to be. So don't let that hold you back. You don't have to post female content if you're a man. Just find the content that works for you on Etsy, or you can create it yourself, of course, too.
Question for me. What's your favorite? I know you mentioned a bunch of them. I don't know if you mentioned this exactly. What was your favorite? Was it Content Bank?
Yeah. I love social stocks, and I find that it is very female centric. So I'm sorry for the men, but they have so many different things, from working, from like hanging out by the pool, or, you know, there's just like a huge variety, and they're posting new stuff all the time. So that one is my favorite. Social stocks is my favorite. But there's so many good ones, and there's more popping up every day. It's getting to be very popular. So you can probably Google and find even like 100 different content banks. But that one's my favorite for the price, for sure.
Yeah, very cool. That's $30 a month.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Maybe 39. I think they might have raised it recently, but when I joined, it was 30. I think it's like 39, but still very reasonable.
Insane. That's
when you can have access to thousands of videos, and they're always uploading content too. So you can be like, hey, and then you can see which ones are trending and doing well. So if you want to stick away from trends, you can, and post some different content, or, you know, go try.
Yeah, for sure. So cool. Let me see here. Yeah, someone just asked about that as well. So Jessica, I think we answered that question. There. So, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And then there's what batch content platform do you use? I use Canva for everything. I have a document of reels. So I'll use the Instagram reels, and then I will post video after video after video. And in Canva, you can actually go through, and what you can do is you can right click, and then you can hit show timing, and you can make things pop up later in the video. So I edit everything in Canva, and then I will just export that one video document as my reel. And then I know exactly what the layout will look like. I know what I'm saying that day, and I have all of my content just ready to go, and then put it on Instagram.
Very good. Very good. So you can actually post from Canva to Instagram?
So I don't post from there. I will save the video that I finished and upload it to Instagram. Yeah.
Got it. So guys, if you are going to use Canva and like you're trying to start a Faceless account, I just want to show this one more time. In Funnel Freedom, if you go to under marketing and then social planner, you could actually, I know, and I've created a video about this, but you can actually upload a Canva CSV with all the videos you created. I don't know, do you do this in Trello, Brittnie? Like where you upload the video?
I did for a while, but I've actually moved away and just like have everything kind of laid out in Canva and then export it. But
okay. Yeah, because I know a lot of people like to post directly, but you can go inside of here and like literally have 3 posts a day, like especially if, like you said, awesome. You're using the Faceless content. It's like I could do it all in one day and just throw in the planner and done.
That would be great. I need that in my life.
yeah. So guys, if you already a Funnel Freedom user, definitely go and utilize this.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. So cool. Let me see here. Do me a favor, guys. Go follow Brittnie on her Faceless account, Digital Resell Masters. Do me a favor and let us know what you learned today on today's training, and tag both Brittnie's account and my account. And I'll go ahead and repost that to my Instagram stories. Brittnie, do you use your like personal Instagram a lot, or
no, not at all. That's kind of a dead account. So I only use my business account, and then I use my personal Facebook a lot. But
Yeah. What's funny is I was trying to find like someone for the Faceless, like for this training. I couldn't find any because I don't know who it is, right? So
Yeah, right.
I was so excited that we got introduced for this training.
Yep.
But yeah, because I had seen some Faceless accounts, and I was like, I don't know who these people are, So it was cool that like you actually, we got introduced to each other. You came
Right.
in, and it looks like everyone's just blown away by what you're teaching here. So this is
Awesome.
incredible. Cool.
So
All
happy to be
right.
here. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to give this opportunity for you if you have any questions for me about whatever it is or anything like that. So I could, help you, provide value for you or whatever it is that you need.
Yeah. No, I think I'm definitely going to check out your software. That sounds amazing. Like I said, I just followed you and I'm super stoked to be here, but I'm happy to see what you have going on in your affiliates and all of that as well. I do a little bit of affiliate marketing, so I can throw some new offers in. That would be awesome for my audience. But
yeah, let me actually, now that you mentioned it, and this is kind of going to be for everyone, but just so you know what we have going on. So as you mentioned, which I love that you mentioned this, your main goal is to build the email list, right? And that's the main thing that I teach my students. So this is what I'm going to show you, but this is also for everyone watching. Okay. So that we built this really cool system, and I'll show you what this looks like here. So the biggest way that I teach to build an email list is to lead with a lead magnet, which I saw that you're doing as well. Give 100%. Out something for free, right? Yeah. So what we've done in the software, which is super cool. No one's really done this at all. So let me show you what we've done. Okay,
cool.
All
right. That's very much the message I portray. It's lead magnet, get in the email list.
Right. Now what we've done though is like we're giving a lead magnet. It's this done for you lead magnet that promotes 15 different products on the back end. Okay. So this is cool. This may be something that you could possibly promote or whatever. But basically what we do is like we give them this done for you funnel. And then we give them this done for you course. So it's a 7-part course, bunch of affiliate links throughout this entire thing. Now, here's the magic part. Okay. So what's cool is, and let me just pull this up 1 second. 1 second. Let me pull this up. So what's cool is anyone can go in here and do this within maybe an hour. Okay. An hour to get this whole thing set up. So we built this custom thing here. Let me show you real quick. So you go inside of here and you add all your affiliate links for 15 different products. Some of these you may or may not heard of, like System.io, Secrets of Success, which is Russell Brunson's program, Legendary Marketer. We have My Challenge in here. We have My Software. Now, here's the cool thing, Brittnie. So when people go in and enter their links here, they're automatically injected into this course, into the lead magnet pages. And then what's crazy is we have over 300 emails that are sent out on their behalf. So all they have to do is literally go in here and add their affiliate links. Yeah. And our system's going to do like the rest. It's incredible. Cool. So we actually launched this maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Already 1,000 people doing this, and so many people are getting sales, and they have like a complete done for you business. So it's pretty cool. And we're able to help people at least get started with building the email list, right? And that's the goal. So I just want to kind of show you.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds like right up my alley. I'm down.
So anyway, and of course we have a lot of cool things. Like you can obviously build unlimited funnels. You can do the content planning, the mini chat. You could send text messages, WhatsApp, all kinds of cool stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching, you guys can get access to this if you go get the 72-hour challenge, we show you exactly how to get this all set up. So cool.
Awesome. Cool.
All right. I'm just looking at the questions here. All right. Well, I think we answered everything, Brittnie.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Thank you so much for coming on and training everyone and just super in depth. I really appreciate you, and excited to see your journey and your growth from now on. And then, like you said, you're going to start doing some face stuff. So are you going to do that on your Faceless account, or going to start a new one?
So I'm probably only going to put it into like my stories. I don't know how much I'll share of myself on Instagram. But I am thinking, yeah, more of a hybrid. I want to kind of add in a little bit, but I still love the idea of using content banks because, like I said, I just don't have a lot of time in the day. I have a mom of 3 busy kids, and I don't want to be glued to my phone trying to create content. So I love that I can just write up what I want and post it. So I'm definitely going to go more story wise, like sharing more about myself and my family and things of that nature in my business, but still very aesthetic feed when you come to my page. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I feel like this is a great idea because like a lot of times I have to go and film myself walking or doing whatever.
Yeah.
But like if I don't have the time, I'm like, well, shoot, I can just use this content bank for today's
Oh,
post.
yeah.
So I may do some of that now moving forward. So thank you,
Yeah,
Brittnie. Giving me
absolutely.
some amazing
Yeah.
ideas, and I hope you guys
Mhm.
enjoyed that. With that being said,
Yes.
we'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Brittnie.